Hello and welcome to the Collective Fleet Status edition of Next Stop News. Here's what we'll be discussing in this installment. This will mainly be a recap of events which occurred in MaBSTOA and TA between the spring and summer of 2024. I will preface the MaBSTOA section with the following statement. Due to LFS HEVs once again having issues, various buses from Brooklyn were loaned to Manhattan and Bronx depots on April 20th, while select units received inspections. Although the loans are not as intense as they were a few years ago, back in October of 2021, they are still notable nonetheless. They are listed here and will be covered for the individual depots. This really is October 21's update all over again. On March 18th, Kingsbridge experienced a roof collapse, which temporarily re-allotted some of their bus routes to Manhattanville and Gun Hill. That was a short-lived fiasco, and nothing really notable came out of it, besides the buses temporarily being stored at the two depots. This is very similar to how Gun Hill had to store some of their buses at West Farms and Kingsbridge on May 28th due to their fuel line breaking. Let's get to the more notable stuff. At Gun Hill Depot, 10 2015 XD40s, as well as two 2019 XD40s, 7134, 84, 90, 7278-79, 87, and 96, 7364, 7739, and 7813 were sent from Fresh Pond to Gun Hill, while some of their LFS HEVs received inspections. 7287 and 7296 were outfitted with Gun Hill stickers, and the former even got to run on the BX12 Select bus service on April 24th. Here are the loans which Gun Hill briefly received, as well as some of the transfers. They got ex-NYCT 1018 for XHE40 roof clearance testing on June 28th. Throughout May and June, West Farms has been using 3 XD40s, the first of which, 7577, came from Quill on May 14th. It is quite interesting to see 2019 XD40s at West Farms again, especially the AZs units. Then, out of nowhere, West Farms got 7186-87 from Grant, which debuted on the BX32 and BX21 respectively. This occurred on September 3rd and September 4th respectively. 7188 is also there now as of September 5th, so they now have 3 from Grant, and 6 XD40s in total. Credit to Equan Jones, by the way, these pictures are absolutely fire. Here are some of the loans which West Farms received. Here are some of the loans which Kingsbridge received, mostly 1200s. Out of Manhattanville Depot, 4668 returned to service on March 24th, keeping their next-gen count at 19 units. LFS HEVs 9622, 24, and 36 returned to Tuskegee from Manhattanville, while Manhattanville got 9621, 25, 30, 34, and 38 from Tuskegee, but gave 9634 back. Tuskegee's LFS HEV count is now at 17 units, including 3 of Manhattanville's units. Manhattanville's LFS HEV count is at 134 units, with 6 of them being from Tuskegee, those being 9621, 25, 30, and 37 to 39. And by the way, Tuskegee still has that one 2019 XD40. Insane.
Damn, why Manhattanville stealing stuff from Tuskegee like that? What the hell, man? You should have taken from a depot like Quill, or even Gun Hill for that matter.
Okay, but who even are you?
I'm an older version of you, a clone. I've come to derail your update so that it never releases on time. Oh, by the way, your favorite unit will die in a fiery explosion.
6 units, 5 next-gens and an XD40, 4044, 93, 4104, 4427, and 4452, as well as 7301, were sent from Fresh Pond to Manhattanville as loans, while some LFS HEVs received inspection there. They debuted on April 22nd, 4044 on the M10, 4093 on the M116, 4104 on the M2, the 4400s on other routes, and 7301 on the M98. This unit broke down while on the M3 on April 23rd, the very next day, due to a parking brake issue. Parking brake is off. At Michael J. Quill, 5 2018 XD40s, 7643, 53, 95, 7700, and 7703 were all loaned from Flatbush to Quill, while their LFS HEVs received inspection. They also transferred LFS HEV 9643 to Kingsbridge, decreasing their count from 82 to 81 LFS HEVs and bumping Kingsbridge's count up to 31 HEVs. They got 7507 on July 5th, which re-entered service on July 18th on the M55. They also received several loans from Manhattanville, Tuskegee, and other depots between March and August of 2024, including a few LFSA loans. Currently 5253, 62, 5313, 5339, and 5913 are at Quill. So the era of white LFSs being at Quill has once again been rekindled, just as it was in 2022 to 2023. All loans from Brooklyn to MaBSTOA returned on April 26th, except for 4452 at Manhattanville and 7364 at Gun Hill, both of which returned on April 27th. 4452 is now chill in my book, as it ran on the M11 on April 25th. Beginning on April 30th, the M31 began to use articulated buses on a single daily AM rush hour tripper. 6043 was the first to do so on April 30th. The following units, 5254, 6105, 6071, 6116, and 6049, were also present on the M31 on work days between May 1st and May 7th. They were also among the first to engage in this new endeavor. One unit for each day. It is very reminiscent to when 126th Street used to do this with their M31. 7597 is at Tuskegee. LFS HEV 9620 went to Zariga on April 30th. It was seen with a new driver barrier as of May 13th. It was spotted in the Financial District on May 29th, and as of May 31st, 2024, it was back in service on the M31. This was the first time it had re-entered service since January of 2023. So that bus has been out of service for over a year, but I'm glad to see it back. Hale also held on to a couple loans. The most notable being the 2017 XT60s they held on to for a little while, 6041, 45, and 6051, a few of which I have great experience with from the past. They also lost XT60 6100, which was sent to Zariga as of July 6th and was sent to Eastchester Scrap as of July 9th. This was due to an accident it got into on the M15 Select Bus service on July 5th. As the MTA wanted to collect more data on the 5 fare-free bus routes throughout the city, they did extend the fare-free program from March 30th to August 31st, 2024, extending it by 5 whole months just to collect more data. However, as of September 2024, the program is now expired. Casey Stengel got several more LFS loans and loaned 4677, 4695, and 4700 to Jamaica. 4677 ran on the Q3 and Q5 on March 28th. They used 8091 and 8324 throughout the majority of July and August as long-term loans, the former of which even got a sticker. However, as of August 26 and August 28, they are back at Jamaica. They gave 8756, 61, 63, and 69 to Jamaica, decreasing their total to 88 cone heads and bumping Jamaica up to 64. They also loaned some other next-gens and XT40s to them as well. As the 63rd Street fixation project was wrapped up on April 1st, the Q95, commonly operated with single units, was discontinued. 5987, 6001-2, 6014, and 6115 from Tuskegee all have the local scheme now, making for a total of 33 2017 XT60s which are wrapped for Q12 or Q44 select usage, listed here. 2017 XT60 6014 returned from its July 2023 accident on March 11th and then re-entered service on April 24th in the local scheme. 6115 was given from Tuskegee to Casey Stengel to sub in for 4724, while 6033 caught fire on June 24th. Meanwhile, on July 5th, Jamaica did some random XT40 transfers to various depots. They gave 7569 to 70 to Fresh Pond, 7766 and 7769 to East New York, and 7770 and 7776 to 78 to Flatbush. Fresh Pond also got 7388 and 7415. These were loans to Brooklyn for extra summer service and for B98G train shuttle service. As such, they returned to Jamaica on July 19th and August 27th to the 30th. They did not retire any next-gens at those depots. You can't really count this as a transfer from Jamaica, but 7507 was given to Quill as mentioned earlier. East New York briefly got 4203 and 4448 from Fresh Pond as loans, and kept 4200 and 4479 alive. Their next-gen count is now at 6 units, listed here. Credit to Kingsbridge Viewer's site also for helping me keep up with these fleet status updates, at times when I'm not able to do so on my own. They got 4868 as a transfer from Ulmer Park and got 7133 back from Ulmer Park. The following XD40s and XDE40s were given from Grand Avenue to Fresh Pond between May and July 2024 as loans. Grand Avenue gave Fresh Pond 7369 and 7524 due to the XE40 deliveries. They also gave 4740 to 41 back to Casey Stengel. There are now 13 XD60s at Stengel, and 44 at Grand Avenue that are from the 2012 to 2013 type. Ulmer Park got XD40, 7186, and 7931 as loans on April 9th. They also got the following units as loans on May 21st. Then 7133 went back to Ulmer Park as of August 31st. They also got 435 and 477 as AM loans on August 21st that ran on the B6. Gleason also got a couple 2012 XD60 loans, 4791 and 93 from Ulmer Park on July 25th, and 4748 on August 22nd. It is still there to this day. 2013 MCI D4500 CT 2286 was briefly loaned to Ulmer Park, making its debut appearance on the X37 on April 11th. This was the first time they ran an MCI in years. It even got Ulmer Park decals on April 12th. However, as of April 20th, it is back at Charleston. Really? Y'all couldn't have let them keep it for a little longer? What the hell, man? 7106 and 7112 were transferred from Howell to Zariga on April 30th. These were initially supposed to be 2256 and 2262, but instead, they will now be 2200 and 2205. 15 ex-New Jersey Transit 2008 MCI D4500 CTs 7101 to 7118, which were supposed to be our 2251 to 2268, were bought by the MTA on April 30th. Whoa! So the buses that were supposed to be at the MTA ended up being at the MTA. Tell me that's not destiny. That's freaking destiny, man. 7104 was spotted at Castleton as of May 2nd, and then was sent to Zariga on May 3rd for repairs. 7105 will become 2199, 7107 will become 2201, 7112 will become 2205. This fleet will range from 2195 to 2209. Now, New Jersey Transit was given 18 buses. However, under them, 3 of those 7100s ended up dying, those being 7109 and 7115 to 16. Therefore, we're getting 15 of their buses. It's cool to see our agency be affected by the snowball effect of other agencies. Coach USA displacing a ton of MCI units to New Jersey Transit, allowing them to free up MCI units for us. This is on top of those 7 CTs that we're still supposed to be getting from Green Mountain Transit. Seeing D4500 CTs make such bold transfers hasn't been seen since the days of 2218. Currently, as of early July, most of them are being stored at Eastchester. 7102, 12, and 17 to 18, as well as a few other units are there as of now.
I'm quite excited to see these D4500 CTs enter service, if they ever do, a well-needed fleet boost for the MTA. Something that might actually draw me back out to Staten Island, at least before it gets swarmed with R211S hunters.
Several Staten Island Prevos have been loaned to various depots, as shown here. 2252 was given to Charleston, meanwhile 2300 returned to Charleston after a year. 2013 MCI D4500 CT 2300 had been missing since August 1, 2023. It returned to Charleston on June 19, 2024 and re-entered service on June 28 on the SIM 23. On May 6, it was revealed that 2012 Prevost 2422 out of Meredith was actually not retired after all, meaning that there's only one 2012 Prevost that is actually retired, that being the one out of Ulmer Park, 2481. Regarding the 60 2023 to 24 new Flyer XE40 charged next gens for New York City Transit, XE40 4966 was present at the Javits Center's Auto Show from March 29 to April 7th. It even ran on the M11 on May 6 as a school tripper. XE40 pilots 4965 to 66 had their fare boxes removed and were sent back to New Flyer on May 29th, concluding their testing. Their last runs were on May 14th and May 29th respectively. They are either getting upgrades or being replaced with 2 new versions of 4965 and 66. XE40 5008 was confirmed to be built as of March 6th. It was delivered to Zariga on March 29th. It was spotted charger testing at New Flyer on April 9th, and then it was delivered to Grand Avenue on May 6th. 5011 to 12 were at the JFK vendor as of April 18th. The XE40 units mainly arrived to the JFK vendor in late May and June. Grand Avenue received 5008 as their first official unit on May 6th, the 5-year anniversary of the RTS retirement, which began training later on in May, I believe beginning on May 22nd. They also got 5010 to 12 between May 10th and May 21st. 5011 to 12 got stickers on May 29th. The initial units trained around the Williamsburg Bridge area for a good while. 5013 and 15, which later came in, were given fare boxes on June 5th. So, Grand Avenue had 5008, 10 to 12, and 5013 and 15 before any units had entered service. The first one to enter service was 5010 on the Q59 on June 7th. Throughout May to August, Grand Avenue received 4971, 74, 76, 80, 83, and 5008 to 5019, 17 units, putting most of the 5000s in service throughout July and most of the 4900s throughout August. Some units are still occasionally used for training. 5013, which entered service on the R shuttle on June 29th, went to Quill on June 13th and July 1st, and made various trips to Gun Hill, Kingsbridge, and Quill on July 8th, while also testing in the Bronx. 5009 and 5019 also took trips to Kingsbridge. There was a gap in XE40 deliveries between July 10th and August 2nd, which was marked by 5014 and ended by 4971, which was quite a shocking delivery to Grand, because we didn't know they were going to get 4900s at the time. It came out of nowhere. 4971 to 72 and 5018 to 19 were at the JFK vendor as of early July, but started to roll into Grand around August. That shows me that they let a few XE40s just sit at the JFK vendor before delivering them to the depot. This was not the case with the 2023 XT40 delivery. The buses usually went right to the depot after being delivered to the JFK vendor. 4972, 75, 82, and 84 to 85 are at the JFK vendor as of August 28th. So at least 5 XE40s are at the JFK vendor on standby. 5008, 5010, 12, 14, and 15 all took various trips to the JFK vendor so far, as well as 4974. 5017 went to Zariga, and 5009 took a trip to East New York from August 2nd to August 8th. During early August, it was a bit hard to find a 5000 in service, likely due to some of them receiving repairs. Meanwhile, the 4900s began rolling in at the time. 4991 to 92 were spotted at Minnesota as of August 9th. 4989 was seen on the way to New York City on August 29th, while 4992 was seen on the way on September 1st. Oh yeah, 4980 likes doing the shuttle routes. It entered service on the B98G train shuttle on August 10th and was the first bus to do the B93 on August 14th. And here are the receipts for said occurrences. The XE40 order as a whole was modified on April 30th and June 2nd. Kingsbridge and Charleston will no longer be getting these units, even after Kingsbridge did all that XE60 testing. However, in a way, I'm kind of glad that Kingsbridge is not getting the XE40s, as that allows it to remain 98% normal. 98% because of those darn 2 XE60s that are still there. So, the current assignments for the XE40s are Michael J. Quill, East New York, and Grant. Each depot will likely receive around 20 units or so. It is now a more solid, more Brooklyn-based order. With more buses being at each individual depot, this order will become more effective and impacting. As of June 2nd, as formerly mentioned, Charleston opted out of the XE40 order. They will instead be receiving the 5 LFSe Pluses, 5100 to 5104. 2 of these LFSe Pluses were delivered to the JFK vendor on June 22nd. Their fleet numbers were confirmed on July 16th as 5102 and 5103. However, they were sent back to Canada due to minor electrical problems.
It's all fun and games until your ass gets blown to smithereens inside one of those rolling pressure cookers. You'll be out here baked like a botched bus fan while I'll be roasting popcorn over the burnt rubble.
Also, on May 31st, 2024, it was confirmed that we will be getting 5 MCI D45 CRTe electric buses as testers, as well as 92 D45 CRTs to the MTA's New York City Transit Division, not MTA Bus. This is the confirmation of the 92 coach order for NYCT, so that order now has a confirmed manufacturer. Here are some rare runs which occurred during this spring and summer. Thank you all for tuning in to the New York City Transit Fleet Status edition of Next Stop News. MTA Bus will be coming soon with the featured photos. Please subscribe, stay blessed, stay healthy, stay hype, and thank you for riding with Next Stop News. Peace out.